Johnny Trekkie here. This time I'm in New Jersey and New York. This is definitely one of the best food capitals in the world. I was only here for 5 days and I ate as much as I possibly could. Sarge's is a hidden gem serving up traditional kosher food since 1964. The menu is extensive, especially their tempting desserts, but I was here for Sarge's famous pastrami sandwich. The thinly sliced pastrami is stacked high. The pastrami is juicy, tender, succulent, and peppery. It was delicious. I just prefer thicker cuts and a little more fat. But I still loved it. You can also ask for extra bread to make 2 sandwiches out of it. There is so much meat. Their matzo ball soup is huge, hot, and will fill your soul. The 3 pickles and coleslaw are a perfect sour pairing to the salty and savory foods. The hot, crispy potato pancake goes well with the meal. Veselka has been serving up traditional Ukrainian dishes since 1954. For their 70th anniversary, they're offering an incredible 3-course meal for only $20. Borscht is a classic warm, savory soup in this part of the world. It's filled with beets, beans, and pork. The soup was ruby red, hot, fresh, and fragrant. It's perfect on a cold night. The meat platter has short rib pierogies, potato pierogies, and a huge meat-stuffed cabbage. It's filled with rice, pork, and love. I enjoyed the mushroom sauce, but I think the tomato sauce was actually much better, and prettier as well. The pierogies were fantastic. Be sure to put some caramelized onions and a bit of sour cream on both. The medovik is an amazing Ukrainian layered honey cake. It's sweet, soft, creamy, and crispy all at the same time. The best dessert I've had in a long time. Chocolate lovers should get the chocolate hazelnut layered cake. Fantastic. Utopia Bagels makes excellent artisan craft bagels. Baked fresh daily, their toasted bagels have a delightful crunch on the outside, while the inside is moist and fluffy. Pure bagel perfection. The worth it is the popular New York bagel combination with smoked salmon, cream cheese, onion, capers, and tomato. A perfect combination. It's a bit pricey, but it's good. Real good. And so beautiful. And I just had to try the fun, colorful, gimmicky rainbow bagel. It's a sweeter and sugary bagel, which went well with the scallion cream cheese. I was thoroughly amused. I also had an everything bagel with white fish salad, which is smoked fish, mayonnaise, and other ingredients. It's definitely an acquired taste, but I like it. Gray's Papaya is a legendary New York hot dog shop, serving up tasty, affordable hot dogs with their mysterious and legendary delightful papaya drink. I'm not sure what's in it, but it's sweet and magical. I got my hot dogs with sauerkraut, onions, and mustard. Quite good. The dogs were pleasantly longer than the buns and had a nice snap to each bite. Katz's is perhaps the most famous restaurant in all of New York City. It's been around since 1888. The lines can be long, but we had no wait on a Monday at 11 a.m. There's a variety of food items, but I'm here for Katz's famous pastrami sandwich, and it lives up to all the hype. The pastrami goes through a 2 to 4 week process that makes it incredibly juicy, smoky, peppery, and tender. They cut it into thick slices to hold the moisture. It is pastrami perfection. For a couple more bucks, they'll make it into a Reuben for you. Both will come with a nice side of pickles. Red Rooster serves up sophisticated and elevated Southern soul food classics. The warm, buttery, smooth cornbread is almost like eating cake. Their signature fried chicken is simply spectacular with a good crunch, sweet and savory seasoning, and juicy chicken in the middle. It's incredible. The mac and greens is a rich, cheesy mac and cheese with some roasted collard greens inside. If you want to be healthier, the collard greens are great by themselves. New York pizza goes from average to awesome. I managed to try 9 different pizzas. Little Italy has several locations and a lot of variety. They're beautiful and tempting, but I found them just kind of average. The crust was okay, and the sauce was flavorless, but it was right by my hotel and open late. The crust is a little bit thicker than the usual New York thin crust. For reasons beyond me, they serve beer in sippy cups. Romano was also near my hotel and open late. They also have a wide variety, but again, the pizza here is just kind of average. I picked a slice with vodka sauce, pesto sauce, and red sauce. But the crust seemed a bit stale and dried out, and the tomato sauce lacked flavor. The square focaccia slice was also pretty bland. Joe's Pizza is perhaps New York City's most famous pizza, and it's been around for nearly 50 years. Joe's Pizza keeps things simple, but they do it well. The fresh mozzarella has nice chunks of melted mozzarella. The crust is pleasantly thin and crisp. True New York style. I just wish there was sauce under that fresh mozzarella. Surprisingly, I like the regular cheese slice a lot better. There's sauce all around, and the perfect amount of cheese, and that lovely thin crust. It's not the best, but it's so satisfying and cheap. For several years, Bleecker Street Pizza has been awarded as Best Pizza in New York by several institutions. And it is indeed pretty darn good. They have a wide variety of flavors. Each are so tempting in their own ways. The Grandma Square Slice has a nice, thick, airy, crunchy crust, with fresh basil and a tasty sauce and fresh mozzarella. The similar Nonna Maria Slice has the same ingredients and that nice New York thin crust as well. Artichoke Basille is one of my top picks, an 8 out of 10. Inside you'll find a gorgeous, tempting variety of square slice pizza and also classic New York thin slice as well too. But they're most famous for their artichoke slice. The white sauce is rich, thick, creamy, and buttery, with lots of sweet slices of artichoke. It's definitely an acquired taste. There's probably at least 1,000 calories in each slice. You'll also want to try the crab slice. You get generous chunks of shredded crab meat on top of their signature white sauce with herbs. It's unique and tasty. And if you want to play it safe and simple, their New York style pepperoni is excellent. Razza is actually across the river in Hoboken, New Jersey, but I think it's worth a 20 to 30 minute metro ride. This is actually a nice sit-down restaurant where you order from a waiter. I played it safe and got the pepperoni pizza, which is meant for just one person. Their pizza dough might be best described as a marriage with New York style thin crust pizza and Neapolitan style soft and fluffy pizza. It's unique and fantastic. You can see that this is a very, very thin crust. Yet it still somehow supports all the ingredients, the fresh cheese, sweet tomato sauce, and crispy pepperonis. It is magical and absolutely delicious. Be sure to make a reservation. It gets booked up even on a weeknight. As of this publication of this video, quality pizza is still relatively unknown on social media. There are no lines and no crowd still, but the pizza here is great. They have a huge selection of both classic New York style pizzas and square pizzas. Their square pepperoni with hot honey is superb. It has a nice, thick, airy crust that is crispy yet light at the same time. The tomato sauce is robust and flavorful, and lots of pepperoni. Their margarita slice is a perfect example of New York thin crust pizza, with that delightful light crunch with each bite. It's got the perfect ratio of fresh mozzarella and tomato sauce. It just needed some more fresh basil. Prince Street Pizza is a 10 out of 10. I love this place. Inside, you'll find a good selection of both square slices and classic New York slices. Prince Street has mastered both. The Fancy Prince is their masterpiece of the margarita-style pizza. Lots of fresh basil, nice dollops of fresh mozzarella, and a lovely, robust sweet tomato sauce. The crust is amazing. Thin, flexible, yet still has that magical, gentle New York crunch. The spicy spring is what made Prince Street so famous. Lots of spicy pepperoni, hot honey, a spicy marinara sauce, and a perfect amount of mozzarella cheese. The square crust is nice and crispy on the outside, yet so delightfully soft and fluffy on the inside. This is so good that a lot of other pizzerias have tried to copy it. The Naughty Pie is a unique version of this with their spicy vodka sauce and a little less pepperoni. The vodka sauce adds a little bit of a creamy texture to the already delicious pizza. Definitely worth a try. Mama's 2 makes an exclusive, unique, and surreal fluffy, crispy, square crust slice. The Angry Nana is an amazing, unique take on pepperoni pizza. Mushroom lovers should get the fungi with its sweet caramelized onions and roasted cremini mushrooms. Purists should try their house slice. It's an amazing margarita slice with lots of fresh basil. And that wraps up everything I ate in my short time in New York and New Jersey. Do your best to avoid average pizza. You deserve better. For more details, visit my website, johnnytrekkie.com. And of course, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Live long, travel, and prosper.